What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back into a brand new year. CS2 daily case market coverage, and we are back again with the new year starting off tremendously. We've seen huge jumps in a lot of cases, and we're going to go ahead and start right into that. Again, I like to start the way I'm going to start doing this is just going on from the lower price cases to the higher ones and look at our movements. So we'll start here right here with the clutch case. And this within the last week, we've seen about a 7 cent jump, which is incredible for a week. You could call it 5, depending on where, you know, you believe it to be at right now. But so we're sitting at about 57 cents, and just under a week ago, it was sitting at about 50 regularly. So that's a tremendous jump. The CS2 case has gone up, I believe, at least 3 cents in the last few days. Again, look at that, a big jump starting, around 70s to 78, 77. 7 cent jump is a huge jump because if you don't understand this market and this is the first time you're getting involved in this, I want you to understand that all of these cases are rare cases. So they cannot be, well, not these ones, these cheaper ones, that is not true. Same with like this gallery case, the kilowatt case. I don't think it's true for any of those yet. But these older ones like the shadow case, the falchion case, the horizon, revolver, all of these are rare cases, which means that they do not drop anymore. So there's only going to be a limited number of them, and the price is only going to go up. And what you have to understand is, in the past, these cases were all like 3 cents. Like I'll get into the revolver with some of you guys here. I bought into the revolver. Now I did not get as many as I should have, and that's why I try and stress this to everybody. Those that have money and can still buy in. I wish you good luck in it, and I'm just trying to help guide you guys. But even look in the last week at this revolver case from 260 up to at its height about 285. We're sitting at about 262, but that's only because of these first, if you look, maybe 10-ish cases. Um, and after that, it's down to 270 or more. So, uh, but the revolver case, let me show you guys this. When I bought into this, we were down here at about 6 cents a piece, and I only got a few thousand. I didn't get nearly as many as I should have. I was buying in right around here. Um, and so if you look at the price now, if you bought thousands and thousands of these, you would have like 40x'd your money in a big way, like a Bitcoin level way. And I did on the few thousand that I bought. But I'm gonna let you guys know I was a pussy back then, and I was also like 16, and I was making like $40 a day at a fucking pizza place. So like when I would go drop $60 or whatever on 1,000 cases, to me that was a lot of money. But I had so much more money I should have dropped when I could have then. So I've learned my lesson. I still buy cases today, even though I'm broke as hell. I just let that sit. Any extra things, I believe this is money that I'm going to be 4Xing in a number of 3 to 4 years. So let's go ahead and continue looking at these cases. So things like the Horizons, things like the Falchions, the revolvers. The revolver about a year ago was sitting, I think, at about like 220 or something like that. So if you look at, let's look at the lifetime. Let's go 245 in the last December. No, just a year ago, we were sitting at about a buck 87 on these. So if you're looking at the revolvers right now, they're at 250, but realistically, their true value right now is sitting at about 270. So 70 cents in a year is tremendous. I mean, what stock are you going to invest in that you can reliably get like zero point 0.4 increase overall on whatever you put into it. So I think cases are a very good short-term investment. And short-term, I mean like 3 to 4 years. Like if you stay in this for about 4 years, you can easily double. Or if you're getting into these dollar cases, like again, I always suggest the Horizon or um, Falchion. I do still suggest, and I do suggest even. I know the Clutch has crap shit cases or whatever, but the Prismas are doing really well. These Prisma twos, oh my gosh, they're doing amazingly well. They're older, these are newer than the Prisma ones, and they're doing tremendously better because they've got better skins or whatever in there. If you just look at the last week on these, I mean, we started at about 87 cents. We're about 97 now. So as you can see, the market is booming. 2025 is going to be a huge year for this case market. So I just want everybody to know that and get in on this while you still have an opportunity, because 2025, the year is going to go by before you know it, and these things are going to be worth a hell of a lot more than they are now. I'm speaking from experience. This is somebody who's made I'd say a lot of money doing this, but it's not a lot. I wish I would have put in, 100 times what I did, and I would be having my own home and shit right now. But you know, I'm just here. I'm trying to help other people that do have that capital to take advantage of it. So if you come down and look at these little more expensive cases here, the chromas, I believe, have shot up. Let's see what we're looking at on these. So in the last week, the chromas were at about 90, 83, and we're up to about 98, 99. So a 10-cent jump in a week is big. And I'm telling you, this is only going to be getting higher and higher as the supply of cases on the market gets less and less. And I've said this in multiple videos, but I want to really describe what I mean by that. So the quantity that you see here, all of these cases up for sale, is not the total quantity out in circulation. This is just what's up for sale. And if somebody like an investor has, 30K saved in his, you know, account or whatever, and then decides to offload them a bunch, yes, it will drop that price temporarily. But once it gets up to that price, it generally won't drop way below that, even if somebody offloads a shit ton. Um, it's just what I've seen. And like you'll see people slowly, like the horizons were at about 8,000 the other day. They're back up to 10. So you can see that there are people still selling, keeping this market at about 150. But because there's no more dropping of these rare cases, as the supplies in the investor inventories get less and less, you're going to see this number slowly dwindle down. And that's what you'll see on a lot of these older cases, like the revolver. Because technically, actually, I think I only have like a couple thousand revolver when I initially invested in. But hypothetically, I could almost create a big switch in this market myself by dropping like, 2,000 of those cases. And I know people out there might be like, well, you have a vested interest in saying that these are all going to do tremendous and blah, blah, blah. And I understand what you're saying. Like when I bought in, I had that mindset. I was like, nothing bad can happen. I mean, like literally they can only go up because they're rare and they're not dropping. And the CS2 market is so, well, back then it was CSGO. The CSGO market is so stable. It's only like it's like $1 billion market. They're not going to be shutting it down anytime soon. So I figured it was a good investment because, like I said, it's just so stable. But um, anyways, that's why I do believe all of these are going to end up climbing over time still as the supplies dwindle less and less. So you see those ones that are sitting at, a little bit of a higher quantity of cases. Again, this is just what's on the market right now, but it gives you a general implication of what's out there. Generally, not always, but pretty well. And so I do use that information. But again, look at these way older cases with only about 1,000 left that are a little more desired, like the weapon case 2 up to 13 bucks. I don't think there's any guarantee that these don't ever climb up to that. Like the Hydras are 23 bucks, the esports are 50. I remember, I was like 14 buying these, but I'll show you guys the esports 2013 weapon case. This one, the winter case. I bought like again, I was like 14, so I was so broke. I had like some extra money from like a Steam gift card. I got like maybe 25 of these, but those 25 I got for 44 cents a piece are now worth 250 bucks. So, just keep that in mind about every one of these cases. You see it, you're like, wow, I mean, it would have really been nice though, honestly, if it got it like just 3 cents. So there's no point buying it now. And I get that. I get that, especially if you're a broke boy like me. But you know, just keep in mind that they could go up to $8 in the matter of 6 years or more. And to me, that's still a short-term investment if you talk about like generally what investments are in the actual market. So it's still going to be short term, 4 to 6 years. I know if you're younger, you don't want to believe that that's short term, but it is. It is, trust me, because for what I put in, it's already 30, 40 times the money that I initially put in. Um, and it's only been 4 years since I bought in. So I think it's going to continue on that trend, and I don't really see how it can't because these cases will not begin dropping again, and it's a very stable market. So, anyways, thanks for coming out to this market coverage. We've seen tremendous hikes in the Prisma 2, the CS20. We've seen it in the Falcon cases stayed the same, the Horizon cases staying the same, the Revolver case. See, now I mentioned those 10 cases that were sitting on the market that were why it was listed at 262. They just sold it. That's why it's at 282 right now. So that's why I said the true value is about 280. Um, this is what we're sitting at here. And it's had a tremendous week. Again, the market is booming on these. I'm telling you guys, you got to get in now if you want to get in. 2025 is going to be a huge year. Thank you all for coming out. Let me know about how you're feeling about things, whether or not you're going to get in, and what's going on with your case economy personally. So um, just let me know. Comment down below. And thank you all for coming out. Stop by the live stream if you get a chance. You just want to keep how the market's growing, keep where it's going. And thanks for coming out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.